All right, thank you guys. Thank you for joining me. In today's tutorial, I'm going to make an introduction to a new library that we're going to learn, which is going to be the Turtle library. Okay, this library actually gives you access to a virtual canvas and a pen, and then you can actually draw 2D shapes on that particular surface. Okay, so first things first, before we dive into code, what you need for you to be able to follow along this tutorial, you need two things. Okay, the first thing you need to download Python. All right, I'll leave a link in the description. And the second thing you also need to do is to download a text editor of your choice. I'll also leave a link in the description. Okay, right now I'm using Sublime Text, but you can use any other text editor of your choice or one that you are familiar with. Okay, so what do we need to do if we want to use the Turtle library? A good thing about the Turtle library is pre-built into Python. So the moment you download Python or the moment you have access to Python, you have access to the Turtle library. Okay, let's see. All right, so the first thing I want to do is each time I want to use a module or library, I have to import it into my script. Okay, so this is our script. It's called OOP concept. That's a weird name. Anyway, it has got nothing to do with the Turtle library, but that's the name I chose. Okay, so we need to import. For those who are familiar with Python, we import. There's various ways of importing a module or a library into your script. Okay, so this is one of them. You just import the import statement and then the name of the library or the name of the module. Okay, Turtle is our module or our library, but the way I prefer is I prefer to import it as an alias. Okay, so Turtle as T. Okay, so I can write any name here. I can write my name. I can write, but I want to keep it to a minimum of just one letter. Okay, so that when I'm typing, I don't have to repeat turtle all the time. So I'll just write T, do something, do something. All right, so here's what I'm going to do. Okay, I'm going to run a dir on T so that you guys can see. All right, let me print dir. This is another method in Python. It gives you access to. It allows you to see the methods and the properties that are within a module or a library. So we're going to see the methods and the properties that are within the Turtle library. All right, so if I'm to run this, Control S, Control B, you'll see down here, okay, in the console, there's a whole list of properties and methods. Okay, these are what is inside the Turtle library. That's what we have in the Turtle library. We have a bunch of information. You might be confused, what is all this? This is what we need to use for us to be able to work with the Turtle library. Okay, so as you can see up here, we have canvas. It's actually a list, okay? Pen, screen, and then down here we have get pen, we have done, we have clone and color, and you will see as we move along how we're going to use all these things to actually work in the Turtle library. Okay, perfect. So now we know what's in the Turtle library. Let's start working. So the first thing we want to do is create a canvas, and then we're going to customize that canvas. That's what we're going to do today. All right, so how do we create a canvas? The place where we're going to be drawing our shapes. Okay, so I'll prefer to call it a canvas. This is canvas, sorry. This is a random name, okay? This is a variable that I've created. You can name this anything you want, okay? You can name it your name, whatever you want. All right, so the way I want to do is access the turtle. Our turtle is now called T, and then dot, and then we access this screen method. All right, we have already seen the screen method down here. Okay, here is the screen method. This is the one that I want to use to create our canvas. Okay, so I'm using this method. All right, after writing that, now I can run this script. Okay, Control S, Control B. As you guys can see, there's a window that pops up and then it disappears. Okay, so for us to keep that window running, what we have to do is we have to call this method t.done. Okay, this is a method that we also have that is within the title library, right? So if I'm to run this, Control S, Control B, now as you can see, we have a canvas that is running. Okay, the width and the height, these are just default width and height. You can actually define your own width and height. Okay, so let's see how we can do it. Actually, the way I want to do it is I want to create 2 variables for the width and the height like this, and then I assign them values. Okay, so I'm gonna give a width of probably 800 pixels and then 600 pixels for the height. Okay, so this is the width and this is the height. This is another way of actually initializing variables. Okay, you can actually list them in order and then you put their values, you know, in that similar order. Okay, so as we have done here, now what I need to do is this done will always be at the end. Okay, the T done is always going to be at the end. So in between here, I want to actually use another method to ensure that I pass in my own width and height. All right, so what method can I use? There's a method, so I'm going to call the canvas dot set up. Okay, like this, and then I pass in the width, comma height, like this. All right, so now I have my own, I've defined my own width and height. I can now run this. As you guys can see, there's a difference now. It's wider and it's now, you know, different, okay, from the default settings. Okay, so now I've actually made a few changes. All right, the other thing we want to change is, as you can see, let me run it one more time. As you guys can see, the title here is Python title graphics. This is not what we want. We might want to customize this. That's number one. Number two, we might also want to customize the background. Okay, those are the things that we're going to do today. So for me to customize the title, it's canvas, because we are working with the canvas dot title. Okay, and then here it's a string, so you have to remember to put quotation marks, and then we can pass in the title of our choice. Okay, so for me, I'm gonna write it Vibrancy Developers. Okay, yeah. All right, the name of the channel. And so if I'm to run these, Control B, I have to save it first, and then as you can see down up here, it's now Vibrancy Developers. Okay, all right, and then the last thing we're going to do today is we want to change the background color. Okay, so we are actually setting up, we're actually customizing our canvas. Okay, we haven't got to the pen as yet. We are actually working with the canvas. Okay. So it's going to be a canvas dot bg color. This is another method that is within the title library, and so I can choose any color of my choice. So I'm going to pass in a string here. So I really like teal as the background color. Control C, Control B. As you guys can see, I've changed the background. Okay, so this is the customization that we wanted for today. These are just basics. Okay, so as you guys can see, we actually customized the width and the height. We also customized the title. We also customized the background color. All right, so all that can be done within the title library. All right, so I want to thank you guys. I hope to see you in our next video where I'm going to work on the pen. Okay, all right, so If you haven't subscribed to the channel, remember to click the subscribe button. You can also click on the bell so that you are notified each time I post a video. And thank you for your support. If you have any suggestions, comments, leave them in the comment section. All right, so I'll see you in our next video. I'm out. Bye bye.